Okay, ready to go. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our monthly 10th of December meeting for Strong Communities. First of all, may I just say, may I wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, because we will not be having another meeting unless there is a call-in, of course, before Christmas. So everybody stay safe, and hopefully we'll reconvene the committee after the new year. I've got two officers with me present this morning. They are known, reference to the public in Monmouthshire. I have Carl Tong, which you are, Carl, the lead officer in Waste and Street Services, and I do have Rachel Jowett, head of Waste and Street Services. Right, members, we are known to the public out there, so I'm not going to go through the table or around the table just introducing ourselves. I'm going to get straight into the meeting. Do I have apologies for absence, please?
Yep, we've received apologies this morning from Councillor Jordan and Councillor White.
Okay, and that leaves Councillor Kevin Williams and Councillor Sarah Jones. No apologies from either. All right, thank you. Right, declarations of interest as and when, members? Yep, thank you. Right, agenda item number 3, to confirm the minutes and of the previous meetings. We have 4 meetings there, and I thank everyone for attending every one of the meetings. It's been a busy time, so I'm going to take the meeting of the 10th of September. I'm going to go through page by page. I need a proposer and a seconder for each of them meetings. Right, 10th of September. Do I have a proposer and a seconder that minutes are a true and accurate record, please? I've got Val and David. Oh, seconder David. Right, just through the sheets quickly. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. Page 4, Tony. Can I?
Yeah, page 4. The decision was our conclusion in September was we'd have an update on Abergavenny toilets in 3 months. We need that. I'd like that registered. We haven't got it. We need it.
Okay, I think they came to us with the budget mandates on that, didn't they? And we actually pushed them on that decision. So hopefully we should see something back within the budget mandate of reference to that conclusion that we came to. Okay? Yeah. So we concluded in the last meeting.
We didn't deal with it. There's been no conclusion. The conclusion is an update on what they're going to do. Abergavenny haven't made their minds up.
No. Val?
I thought we had a meeting where we decided it was determined that we recommended that the main points of arrival would have good provision and the rest would be not abandoned but offered to others.
Yeah.
I know what we did as a committee.
November budget mandates.
We have not had a report from Abergavenny Town Council regarding their position. That's what I'm concerned about.
I think what we're doing is using the document from the cabinet decision them a few years ago there, and we've stuck by that. You're quite right. The conclusion, we give them 3 months and we still haven't sorted that out yet, but it will be sorted out, I'm sure. Right, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8, page 9, and page 10. Okay, happy, accurate and true record. Thank you. Hang on, Val. Where are we going back to? On the minutes?
On the minutes, there's a recommendation, I don't know if we printed it, page 9, that we had a schematic from, I presume it was highways. EAS, whatever. As far as
Give it which paragraph, Val?
in the actual committee's conclusion, the box,
Yep.
Chair's summary, committee welcomed the report but found there were some issues they felt needed addressing in more detail with a schematic drawing to be added. I read this and it made sense to me.
I think we've been
It
seeing...
was the communications department
That's right.
and that.
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, we have been receiving some schematics and some trees of each department. I've seen one off Mrs. Byrne and I think one from Social Services also.
Yes,
Okay,
Chair, sorry.
Right, let's get into the minutes of our meeting on the 14th of September, 4 days later. Right, can I have a true and accurate record, a proposer and a seconder, please? I got Anne,
Yeah.
and I got Val as a seconder. Right, just go through for the minutes for any actions on there. Page 11, page 12, page 13.
Yeah, I've got questions. There was one
What
that...
page, Val?
It's in my mind.
Right,
um,
okay.
That there was a question on the impact on the local development plan, because with this water, with the water report, the mapping, it was actually updated, so it might have impact on the local development plan, and I haven't heard anything about that. Anyway, carry on, Chairman.
Okay. Yes, the
It's coming.
flood risk.
Yes, it's there in your conclusions. Yeah.
Okay, page 14,
Yeah.
page 15. Everybody happy? Move. Thank you. Okay, the meeting of the 12th of October 2015. That was a special meeting. Everybody happy? True and accurate record of that meeting?
Yeah.
I got Val. Seconder, please, anyone? I got David, thank you. Right, any actions or any comments? Page 17.
Can I make a point? Because
Yes.
I actually left that meeting before it concluded. I had to go somewhere else. Do we need to note, do we need to note when members leave a meeting?
Yes, I think we had agreed that members, if they do leave, that it is recorded what time they do leave. I think it is important because there was an issue some years ago where a member would come in for a meeting, stay 10 minutes and disappear. So I think it is important.
It was actually, there was a decision made at the end, well, a recommendation
Yeah.
made at the end, and I couldn't be associated with that because I wasn't there. It was just something.
Okay. Right, page 2. Page 3 or page 19. Page 20. Page 21. 22. 23. 24. I think we're into the call-in now, yes? Yep. 25. And page 26. Okay, and everybody remembers the calling came back to Cabinet and it moved forward. The other thing is I'd just like to ask, we discussed with the fire authorities during that meeting that issue with smoke alarms. I have been informed that the smoke alarm policy now for all landlords is to be just in England and not Wales. I do believe that actually we should write to our Cabinet member just informing that he ought to urge the Welsh Government to make sure that they bring this policy into Wales as quickly as possible. David?
Yes, I find it strange, Chairman, that it hasn't been done because it's a bit like me, it's slow to get going in the morning. I find it strange that this hasn't been done because if you recall, I think it's probably about 12 months ago, there was a great deal of noise about safety in new developments, with the Welsh Government saying that they were looking for sprinklers in housing development as well. Well, you know, what's the point of talking about sprinklers when they haven't made fire alarms for a pretty basic thing?
We'll put something together and we'll make sure the Minister receives something from Monmouth County Council. I think it'd be a very strong debate as reference to leading on this for tenants and making sure landlords can obligate what they're doing in England. It's just so important. It could save lives. Very important. Okay, so no actions from the minutes as reference to everybody's happy. Yep, move. Right, our meeting on the 22nd of October, another special meeting. Page 27. Do I have a proposer and a seconder that they're a true and accurate record of that meeting? I've got David. I got Val. Thank you. Right, page 27. Page 28. Page 29. Page 30. Page 31. Page 32, page 33, 34, and page 35. Okay? Everybody happy? Any actions that needed to be followed up from that meeting?
It's not clearly identified what there's a question I would like answering sometime, find somewhere, as to what the grant is that actually goes to the Borough Theatre. Because I've sat in a number of meetings reference the budget and moving towards trust status for different activities in the council, but I can't recall what the Borough Theatre grant is at the moment, and I thought that was a standalone independent trust now.
Okay, I think in our one or but last meeting, senior officer did say something about the grant being paid to the trust for the Borough Theatre. So what we'll do is we'll email the senior officer, Val, and we will email out, if everybody's happy, and keep a copy of it, exactly what happened there and where the monies have gone and how much. Everybody happy with that? Okay, thank you. Just 1 second.
Chair, when we've moved into committee session, we won't be able to move back out of committee with the live streaming to do the work programme. You can't just stop and start it. So it's up to you as a committee whether you would like to deal with the work programme now. I wanted to ask members whether they were happy with a date in January to meet with some representatives of the travelling community before we actually have a meeting on that in sort of the January period. And also, just to mention, Chair, I've just received apologies from Kevin Williams and Sarah Jones.
Okay, Anne?
Can we ask Democratic Services to consider why we can't stop live streaming? In other places, this can happen, but it can't happen here. And I think it should be voiced by Democratic Services.
Yeah, Chair, if we do jump the agenda, we're going to be spending a fair bit of time on the back end of the agenda, just to keep it on live streaming. We've got the budget monitoring, we've got performance management. There's a few things we'll be holding the offices up unnecessarily, so I'm not quite sure whether we should, not quite sure what we should do.
Would you, David?
Finish what you were going to say, Chairman.
What I was going to say is we have officers sitting here, and I'd like to take their document as quickly. What about having a 5 or 10 minute recess, a cup of coffee, a toilet break, and then we can put it back onto live streaming? Could we do that? Is that possible? We're going to check. That's what I prefer. No problem. Yeah. I think there's another issue there. If we have issues with live streaming, whereas it's not up to the standard it should be, I think we should take it to Democratic Services and ask them to scrutinise and ask them why is it we've got a system here which isn't working. We spend a lot of money on it. Everybody happy with that? I'll put a recommendation. Yep. Okay. So that's 2 for Democratic Services Committee. Sorry, David. I meant David Evans. David Dovey.
Yes, just one point. Could we go back to page 32, Chairman? And I think I was involved in this conversation, and I'm not quite sure that the sense of it, the response in here is right. It's member scrutiny, and it's the second point. It was questioned if the vehicle needed to be removed from the fleet, or could it be used on a standby basis?
Councillor Dovey, we have moved and closed off. We've moved from them minutes.
All right, okay. Yes, of course we have.
We have moved on.
Yes.
Sorry, David. You should have
that's
stepped
all
in. David, can you put that question to me after and I'll get you an answer, okay? All right? And then if we need to bring it back. Sorry, David, but I need to bring in agenda item number 4. So we're happy to just move. We'll bring in a closed session and then we'll come out of it and we'll have 5 minutes so we can get it back up and running. Councillor Eason, I haven't taken the agenda item yet.
Yeah, it is, Chair. Could we formally insert in the agenda item 4.1 that this schedule will be accepted on the agenda before we can take it off the agenda, before we can decide on it?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Right, can we move into committee, please? I've got Anne. A seconder, please. Got David. Right, we're going into a closed committee. Pardon? Do we? Okay, well, go into closed committee. Okay. Right, we're in closed committee now. We will not be live streaming.